You talked about, comparing yourself and resenting all that stuff. Obviously, there's two creatives in the that I know of in the family, and it's just part of my brain was like, and you even had a joke about this of even like, what was it? You said even when your mum called you like Paul Black's brother.
Yeah.
Like, I was just curious. Is there something to that, or like, is that something you ever have to deal with, or have you been fortunate enough to be like, that's my bro, and fucking we're in this?
Well, I know definitely now. I think our relationship was really kind of fractured when I was drinking,
right?
Because I was just, when I was in the fucking depths of my addiction, you just use everybody. You just like use people for money. You just let people down. It just, everything in your life just doesn't go. It just drain everybody around you. Do you know what I mean?
Because you need to get away from the pain.
So my relationship with my brother wasn't great then, but of course there's times where like early when my wee brother was doing really well, because he kind of blew up on TikTok maybe a few years ago, and he was doing big gigs, he was doing the Armadillo and stuff, and I'm like, I made the joke, I was like, because my granddad would always say to us, he's like, guys, see if you make any money for your comedy stuff, you need to remember to do your taxes, because the tax man will come. And I'm like, Grandad, I don't know what kind of money you think I'm earning. It was like, I know Paul's selling at the Armadillo, right? I was like, my last gig was in front of two old guys who were asleep and an actual armadillo. And I got paid in Eckies. So like, of course, when your mummy brother's doing really well and we're both doing comedy, and I'm like, well, how am I not doing well? But with time, I've just been like, well, you've got a different type of comedy. You're obviously not putting as much effort, and that was another thing, is realising, because some people will go, I think I've definitely, I know I keep dropping recovery in this, but I suppose it's become such an essential part of my life, and it's drastically changed my thinking, and definitely it's helped with taking responsibility for my side of the street. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In every fucking situation. I don't just mean, even if somebody really wrongs you, I'm excluding somebody punching me in the face, right? I'm not saying you can't punch somebody back, but see, even if I'm around a really toxic person or somebody that's draining me, or so where is my part in this?
Yeah, exactly. That's a very important thing, because like, responsibility doesn't mean, they punch me because I'm a cunt.
Yeah.
Responsibility means, right, they shouldn't have punched me.
Yeah.
Is there anything that I can do to change?
Or is there anything I've done in the past that's been self-serving? And I found, and maybe punching somebody isn't the best example, because that's a physical abuse. Do you know what I mean? But
yeah,
but say
it's a physical attack.
Yeah, well, physical attack. So say it was just a friend that you just, maybe a friendship that was really toxic, or a relationship. There's probably been, even if I think that person's toxic, there's definitely been times in that relationship where I've been self-serving, and I've actually maybe manipulated them, and I need to think about what was my part in this. There was probably times where I fucking facilitated their bullshit, or they facilitated mine, and I think, and it's a fucking hard thing to do. And I spoke to my brother about it, because he was going through a few kind of resentments recently, and it was so hard for me to even fathom, and it would have been harder for me to fathom like a year ago. But even if somebody wrongs you, like, just being able to let something go and think, where is my part in this? Because we will, there'll be like a mental guy at the bus stop who'll start chatting shite to you, right? And see if you're just not in a good mood. We would actually, well, I feel like that's maybe a cultural thing, but we would actually rather listen to his shite for 10 minutes than say, look mate, I'm sorry, I don't want to listen to you. I don't want to listen to you after that. I've just had a long day, I'd rather not listen to you. But so what we do is we don't say that.
Yeah.
For fear of conflict, and then we internalise the resentment. He's a fucking cunt. He won't shut the fuck up. So, where is my part in it? My part is I can't say to that guy, mate, I don't want to listen to you. So that's my part in that. Instead of going, he's a cunt because he won't stop talking in my face. It's like, no, Mark, you're not
standing up for
You're
yourself.
not standing up for yourself, and that obviously comes from places like fear of conflict and me growing up around a dad who flew off the handle at any given moment, scared that somebody's always going to react badly. I understand that comes from places, you know what I mean? But where is just look at yourself, where is your part in every situation? And the sad thing is, as you say, our childhood wasn't our fault. So our traumatic childhood wasn't your fault.
Yeah.
But I think the way forward to be free from all this is to take responsibility of you.
But yeah, and even in that, this was the responsibility thing. Even in that childhood, what was the role that you played? What was the role that I played?
No.
Like, I took that stuff on board, and some of it I misunderstood.
Mark, you really should have tried to dodge those punches. Where was your movement?
You're fucking, like this is the Bill Burr joke, but like, what was the last thing you said to your dad? See, before he chucked a radiator at you, was it necessary to ask if there's going to be food on the table? Was that necessary?
Oh, that's brilliant. That might be a stand-up bit there. I think it is.
Yeah.
Sorry, you were saying.
No, but like, what was your role in that? It's not
a radiator.
But no, it's like, then you have to ask when mum is coming back. But no, like, but your role is in that. Like, what was the active part that you played in that? Because there is power in that. You say, okay, I internalized this. Well, if you internalized it, you can fucking externalize it then.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if you took this on board and made it your own, you can also pick it apart and give it up.
Yeah, that's so true, man.
Like, I remember in the beginning of my therapy when shit was really bad, I remember the one thing that kept me going was, if I thought myself into this, I would think myself out of this. Do you know what I mean? So,
yeah,
it's not easy. So every now and again, you get into a phase, a new level where you go, fuck me, this is it's as weird as day one, but I'm overall feeling better. But it's a bit of a mindfuck at times.
It's interesting though. It's good to chat about these things.
You have to, man.
Straight men. I was going to say straight men should be talking about. Gay men should be talking about these things as well. No, just straight men. But it probably is more a straight man thing to be
shut off in your.
Well, no, both my brothers are gay, and they're not even that emotional. Do you know what I mean? They're not like Paul hides his feelings more than I do. Do you know what I mean?